Confirmed by the #1 transfer expert, that is Fabrizio Romano, that Mudryk is Arsenal's priority signing this winter transfer window that is coming up from the 1st of January to the 31st of January. We are talking Tomiysau. Japan is really trading by 1 goal behind against Germany. Then there is what the Spanish coach has come out and really said on why he loves Mikel Arteta. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Rokani David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share, and continue to subscribe to this channel because we are left with like 180 subscribers to hit 8,000 subscribers on this channel. And guys, continue spreading the love and subscribe to this channel very much, because you guys are the reason as to why we are what we are right now. If you are not with us, we can't make it. We can't afford to go on and really present in the for you. And the more you really view these videos, the more you are going to see us getting better studios, better equipment, and obviously getting other people on board to come on and work with us onto this channel. So do the needful and watch, share, comment and like, because this is really something great that you are really spearheading, and you the viewers are so much important into this project that we are really pursuing here onto the Rokani Media Football. Now, Mudryk is one of those players that everyone is really talking at. Arsenal were the first team to come out and really point at him in the summer. Obviously, they never really got him because they wanted 50 million euros and Arsenal was willing to pay only 30. It's not only Arsenal that came in through, very many teams came in through for him, and they are not willing to match the realistic evaluation of this kind of player that is Mudryk. After coming out and really putting out a very brilliant display in the Champions League against Real Madrid, RB Leipzig, and very many other teams that he played against, and he really scored like 4 goals and put up like how many assists, 3 or 4 into that game, into that group stage competition of the Champions League. Everyone now knows who Mudryk is, and he's really a talent to reckon with in future. So let's get into what the news is telling us about this exciting 20-year-old player that Arsenal is being looked at. We are having James Ollie. He's a senior football writer at ESPN. Obviously, has gone ahead to let us know that Arsenal are keen on adding a central midfielder and a winger if possible in January, with club owners ready to back Mikel Arteta as they attempt to launch a bid for the Premier League. You see, ever since I think the unbeaten run, Arsenal has never found itself into a better position than this. Again, the next time they found themselves in a more appealing situation like this, it was way back in 2007 when they entered the Christmas break, or the Christmas period, when they're on top of the table. It has been 15 years back when Arsenal were leading the race into what we call the Premier League, and they are top of the table in Christmas. That last happened 15 years back. Now, the board is willing to back Mikel Arteta with more players. A central midfielder, we are going to discuss about that later, but this time around, allow me discuss something concerning Mudryk, because they're telling us that they are really looking at a central midfielder and a winger, if possible. One, a winger in Mikel Mudryk is really a very good addition. What does he come up with? He comes up with assists, goals, and more creativity in the final third. I've always told you here that Gabriel Jesus has not gone ahead to score very many goals that many people really want him to score. Reason being, he doesn't find himself into better positions of scoring because he has to go deep and get that ball from the second third of the field. That's it. But if at all Arsenal had good players who could go on and really create more chances for this guy Gabriel Jesus, he would have been one of the high scorers in the league. He's playing like that, reason being he is not being fed enough. Now, how do you find a solution to that? If you're Mikel Arteta, you need to go on and bring in a winger who is good at really creating chances and obviously taking off players and acting in tight spaces. That means this player is tight resistant. With his brilliant and delightful dances and jinking foot, obviously you expect him to come in through in the team of Arsenal and really increase on the lot of creativity. When you look at players like Martinelli, they are good. Bukayo Saka, they are good, but are they a threat when they are really taking off players? I doubt. I doubt, because most of them act better when they're really having large spaces. You see, Martinelli, he acts better when he's having spaces to run into through and really take on players. But I'm talking of players who can really act well in tight spaces. Like you see Fabio Vieira, Martin Odegaard. They don't need space to act. If it means sitting a player down, net-mugging him, he'll go on and really deliver that to you. And obviously, that's what Arsenal is in need of. And obviously, Mykhailo Mudryk is the perfect signing for Arsenal. If so, they can get in Marco Asensio. He's also another one who can bring a different flavor and flair in that team of Arsenal. That's it. Why? A winger is needed a lot for a reason of creativity. Creativity and really reducing of the distance that Gabriel Jesus covers to go into the second, third, to go on and really get in the number of balls. That's why you see to it that he's having many assists and secondary assists. He's involved into very many Arsenal goals because he dives deep to get into this. Now, as we're talking about the winger, guess what FABRIZIO Romano has gone ahead to let us know about the winger. Via the Give Me Sport, FABRIZIO Romano, he has told us on Arsenal ahead of the January transfer window. He said, I think the main priority is Mudryk. The player they want is Mudryk. It's about the price because Shakhtar have been really strong in negotiations for more than a year. Now, Arsenal have been negotiating with Shakhtar for more than a year for this player, meaning that they went ahead to scout him. And kudos to Arsenal for having really a very exciting scouting team. Scouting Mykhailo Mudryk, scouting Danilo, scouting Fabio Vieira, scouting the likes of Aaron Ramsdale from the championship way down there, but they scouted him and knew that no, there is a good talent in this goalkeeper, and obviously they brought him up. And for the 2 seasons has been at Arsenal, he never disappointed. Last season he kept close to 13 clean sheets, and this season he has kept how many? 1 at the Emirates, and I think 5 away from home. 6 clean sheets in 14 games, meaning that he's going to average close to 15 or 16 clean sheets this season, because we've not even played half of the games they're supposed to be playing in a season. 5 games to go to reach that level, meaning that he could go ahead and really break the record he really set last season of keeping how many clean sheets? Of keeping 13 clean sheets. That means Arsenal are good at scouting, and they've been scouting Mykhailo Mudryk for like how many months? 12 months now. So he's telling us that, that's FABRIZIO Romano, that Mykhailo Mudryk is the favorite player, is the main priority. And I now understand why Mykhailo Mudryk is their priority. Arsenal looks vulnerable every time the team has compacted its final third. Arsenal struggles to go on and score goals against such teams. But when you bring in Mykhailo Mudryk, he gives you another option to go on and exploit that compact line of those players. He's good on the ball. He can act well in tight spaces. He comes with goals and assists onto him. But we've been told by FABRIZIO Romano that however much is the priority signing for Arsenal in the January transfer window, Shakhtar have really been strong in negotiations for more than a year, and obviously they are calling in for a money that I really believe that is ridiculous. 100 million euros for this lad. Obviously, the yardstick was set by Manchester United. United went ahead to buy Anthony at 100 million euros, meaning that Shakhtar is not wrong to call in for that amount of money after what this boy really orchestrated in the 4 or in the 6 Champions League games he played, and he scored 4 goals and put up close to 4 or 5 assists. That shows you his potential. If at all he can do that in that Shakhtar Donetsk side, what of an able side like Arsenal that has quality players like Odegaard, Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka, and Martinelli? He will go on and really do the needful. And I believe Mikel Arteta is looking at a side of Mykhailo Mudryk in changing the system of Arsenal to a 4-1-3-2. And what does that mean? He'll be playing with a single pivot of Thomas Partey, then playing with Odegaard as a central attacking midfielder, then Bukayo Saka playing as a right attacking midfielder, Martinelli playing as a left attacking midfielder, and he will be attacking with two forwards, with Gabriel Jesus leading the line and Mykhailo Mudryk playing a little bit behind Gabriel Jesus, because he can act well in all those spaces. Now, when you're playing such a system, Arteta will give instructions to Jesus that please don't do those second, third drops into the pitch you've been doing. I want to see you pressing in the final third. Let those runs of the second, third be made by Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, and obviously Mykhailo Mudryk. And obviously, with service, Jesus will go on and really stay into his position. He won't move. He won't move because service will be up there and then. But when you look at that system, it really kicks out Granit Xhaka. Is it going to be a system that's going to be used more often? I doubt, and I leave it over to you to get me what you think about. But he is the priority signing for Arsenal this January transfer window. And even if they don't get him in January, maybe the summer, he's really going to be a priority. But they need him now because Arsenal want to go on and bluster their title winning chances by signing in players that are going to go in and really get them to the levels we are supposed to be. And that is Fabrizio Romano letting us know that this guy is the priority signing for a team which goes by the names of Arsenal. And the manager of Arsenal has been hailed by a fellow Spaniard who goes by the names of Enrique. You know him very well, Luis Enrique, the manager of Spain. On Arsenal, he has lots of things he has gone ahead to say about Arsenal, and this is what he had to come out and really say about Arsenal. Now, he said, I've watched all nothing. I love Mikel Arteta. That has been really given to us by Get Spanish Football News. That is Guy Spanish onto Twitter, and exactly that's what is happening at the club of England as things are really the club of Arsenal. And the manager of Spain has gone ahead to hail the person behind what we call goes by the names of Mikel Arteta for the good work. I believe no one doesn't see what Mikel Arteta has done, from coming in, finishing 8th, 2nd. You know that very well. In the season of 2019-2020, he finished 8th. In the season of 2020-2021, he finished 8th. In the season of 2022, in the season of 2021-2022, he finished 5th, and he would have gone ahead to finish 4th. But the problem was he was not backed in the January transfer window. But they took a wise decision and said, if you're not getting Vlahovic, let's get in Jesus in the summer. And they really brought him, and things are really going in very well. In just his third season at Arsenal, full third season, because I don't count that season of 2019-2020. Reason being, he came on in, I think, December when Unai Emery was sacked, and he just managed half a season. But I count the season of 2020, 2021, the season of 2021-2022, and the season of 2022-2023. Those are 3 seasons of Mikel Arteta at the helm of Arsenal, and he has put them into the title contention race in just 3 years. Obviously, more is yet to come, and that's why he's being loved by Luis Enrique. And that all nothing, if you watched it, you'll know that this guy is really a lover of his job, and he doesn't like nonsense to be tolerated around his team of Arsenal. That's why you saw him throw out players like Aubameyang, and obviously trying to improvise on how these players won't get scared when they go to Liverpool, that is Anfield, and he really put on loudspeakers on the training ground to orchestrate to them what the situation is going to be like at Liverpool, because he knows Liverpool better than any of those players at Arsenal. Reason being, he was in Liverpool City playing for Everton. He knows what that Merseyside derby is all about and what that noise means to a player who has not been playing in the Premier League for so long, and obviously did that because he knew that it's really going to be tough. And obviously he did it by the way that he had to concede close to 4 goals into that game of football. So it shows you that he's too innovative manager, and that's why he deserves the hail from this side which goes by the names of Spain, and that is the Spanish manager. And I believe it's really valid. And Mikel Arteta, I believe after Pep Guardiola, he's really going to be one of those managers that's going to go walk down in history as one of the best managers coming in from Spain. Now, the World Cup is on, you know that very well, and obviously Japan is playing Germany right now. The game of football is really going on right now. Japan is trailing by 1 goal behind that side of a team which goes by the names of Germany. That's it. The goal was scored by Ika Gundogan. It was a penalty. Very stupid foul brought in by the goalkeeper, and obviously they buried the back of the net. Kai Havertz made it too, but it was re-ruled out by VAR, and obviously it's still 1-0 for a team which goes by the names of Germany. Now, Arsenal defender Takahiro Tomiysau starts on the bench for Japan after recovering from injury as they get their 2020 World Cup campaign underway against Germany this afternoon. So Takahiro Tomiysau is starting on the bench and he has not started this game of football. I believe he needs time to rest. You can't bring him in such a high competitive game. You can't tell me that you have all belief that Japan is going to beat Germany unless a shocker comes in through, but Germany will always have the upper hand, and Germany is reserving its player in the names of Tomiysau for other games that they need him more, because right now they are playing against Germany, and I believe in their group they're having even Spain and Costa Rica. So they're having lots of hard games that I believe they're going to play Costa Rica next, and maybe they'll need Takahiro Tomiysau there to come in and really help them do the needful, obviously, at that side of Qatar. So Takahiro Tomiysau starts on the bench, and obviously he has not started, but I think it's better for him to get rested and see whether this team of Japan will go through this group, because Germany and Spain look like the favorites, but can Japan throw in a shocker? I leave that over to you, and thank you guys for watching in through. Tell me what you think about Mykhailo Mudryk's priority signing for Arsenal in the January transfer window, that is the winter, confirmed to us by Fabrizio Romano. And secondly, what do you think about Luis Enrique, the manager of Spain, coming out loud and appreciating Mikel Arteta for the work well done of putting Arsenal to where it has not been for the last 15 or 16 years in there. For you, smash the like button, comment and share. Rokani David is my name. Rokani Media Football is the YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe, guys, because the more you subscribe, the more you really don't miss out on content that we upload in here on a daily. I sign out for now, guys. See you later. May the Almighty Lord watch over you. And after this video, I'm returning with a match reaction of Germany and Japan. I think in the next 50 minutes, this game is going to be done and dusted, and the result will be out there, portrayed into the game of football, and we'll be knowing who has won or who has lost and who is topping the table. I'm out.